is a good way to set the tone for what Club Flashpoint has in tone, in store, in news, in ears, in eyes, in feeling, in just in. It's in. It's just. I gotta start over.
This sounds like you're doing erotica, Dale. What's happening here?
It was so good. I wish you would just kept going.
No, this is all in. You know this, right?
It's all in. That's a great way to describe Paradise Killer, the game for Club Flashpoint.
That's what I meant.
In this, January? What? No, July. June? There's 3 of them. I got it wrong. July. Welcome to July.
There's a month and we're in it.
This is July of 2024, just to set the record straight for everyone who might be confused.
Who could it be now? About that. Oh, wow. Paradise Killer was our game for Club Flashpoint, and I better hit pause on that music before it gets back into my head. Whew. It's hot.
Yeah.
It's hot in this game.
Oh, yeah.
And in this room.
It's a hot game.
Yeah. What a hot game to play in the hot month of July.
Yeah, you know what? Great game to play in July. Hi, I'm Faden Cross. Just to get some introductions out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm Dale Flashpoint.
Oh, yeah. And I'm Uncle.
Wow. About that.
Welcome.
I'm going to take a little hot July sip of cool beer.
This is off the rails more than any intro of this podcast ever in existence.
You gotta be refreshing. You gotta be willing to sip on the cool cocktails of justice while you're adventuring to the island of truth.
When you're riding in hell, man. Yeah.
Dale, what game did you play this month besides Paradise Killer? I'm going to do everything I can to get us back on track.
Are you kidding me? I played a lot of Paradise Killer this month. This game's good. I want to drink more Paradise Killer.
Okay, but besides Paradise Killer.
So besides Paradise Killer,
You haven't been gaming. This is hard for you.
This is hard. This is a hard question for me to answer. So I think I'm going to go with the route of the game that I actually have been playing, which is a bloatware game that came with the phone I recently upgraded to called Squadbusters, I think. I think that's what it's called.
Gotta bust those squads.
Yeah, I'm not recommending this game at all. The Dark Pathways aren't as bad as the game I played last month, Star Wars Hunters.
We have to have Dale's Dark Pathway corner.
Dale's Dark Pathways corner. Just hit the B button.
You just hit the B button. Uninstall. Wait, can you uninstall it from your phone? Or
I can.
Okay, that's good. I just didn't know if it was trapped in there.
What? I've seen ads for this game. I'm gonna try one of the adware games that I've seen in the endless scrolling that one might do in, the social network era that we live in. Anyway.
What is it like?
This game is like a blend of auto chess and...
I love a good auto chess, to be fair.
It's like if they put auto chess in a MOBA, but not...
That sounds like a tower defense game.
This is bad. So... I think auto chess is the strongest comparison because you start with a character. When you collect 3 of that character, it upgrades to a stronger form. You can move them around. The map is not very big, but yeah, you have control of where they go on the map. But then you release your thumb from the phone, and they start auto-attacking.
Okay.
Auto chess.
So,
right?
yeah, auto chess MOBA. Weird.
It's really fun, and I'm good at it, and I just win a lot, so...
Do you play against other players?
You play against other players, and one of the best strategies is to just find where someone else spawned and start killing them instantly, because I think there's only 10 players per game, and the games are like 2.5 minutes long, so just fucking go for it. It's fun and simple, and I think I've got about another week in it.
Before I just
drop it and uninstall it, yeah.
Man, is the music banging?
No, the music is atrocious. I think the next time I turn it on, I'm just gonna when I log into the game next, shut that old sound off.
Hell yeah.
It's pretty bad.
That's great.
It's insufferable. It's a Supercell game, so they're like, hey, we have Clash of Clans, we have they own a lot of the big, what do you call them?
Horrible
Premium
mobile games that everyone plays.
Yeah, there.
That's the
Uncle said
category
it-
I think of them as.
Uncle said it best. Horrible mobile games that a lot of people play.
Yeah, good time killer games that also get people to spend a lot of money into it.
Yep, exactly.
Yes.
And this is yet another in their franchise, and it's kind of like, they're bringing all the characters. Everybody's here. Super Smash Bros.
Wait, but it's like an auto chess Super Smash Bros. Version of all their characters from all their games
with a MOBA camera that you run around with.
Oh.
It's wild. It's crazy.
So for Clash of Clans, did they have that one hot lady advertise it? Or am I thinking of something else?
Chris Hemsworth advertised the game I'm currently playing, so
Wow.
isn't that crazy?
Not really. Money's money is money.
I'll take a paycheck.
I would take a paycheck.
But yeah, don't play this game. It's if you want to turn your brain off, play this game. But turn your brain on just enough to go, I'm not spending money on the things you splash screen to spend money on. Yeah, there's all of those. Like, get the starter pack. Get the premium of the day pack.
Crystal bundle.
If you start down this free bundle, you can pay $1 to get like 6 more, 9, 10, 5,000. Woo! Yeah.
I do like woo.
I love.
But I don't want to spend money on it.
I
don't
love
wanna
multiple
spend money on Woo
currencies. Uncle, what about you? What have you been playing this month besides Paradise Killer?
I have a game I would definitely actually recommend.
Hell yeah.
And big surprise coming out of Uncle. We're playing a Warhammer game.
All right,
What?
we're moving on. We're moving from Dale's Dark Path corner to Uncle's Warhammer room.
Oh God, I'm only a very autistic, guys. It's okay. So I play games that are all pretty much in the same world, and this is one of them. But this is a good one.
It's good to know your fiction, right?
Yeah. Even though most of it's bad, this is a good one. What's wonderful about this turn-based tactics game?
Oh, do we say you're playing Mechanicus?
Yeah, Mechanicus.
Warhammer.
Warhammer Mechanicus. Sorry, is that I think it does a lot of things that people like about similar games like XCOM, but it takes the really annoying parts out. Like, for example, accuracy. I think that's the big one that drives everyone nuts of playing an XCOM game, is that you're in range and you're 10 yards away from someone and your character has a scope and they're standing there and they're in cover and there's no reason for you not to hit the guy. It's a big, huge monster. And then you miss for no good reason. And it's very frustrating.
I love it when they turn around into a different direction and shoot wildly, like miss. I'm like, well, yeah, you did a 180 from the enemy. That tends to happen.
It's really painful when that kind of thing. It takes you kind of out of the fun of the moment, and there's no really good reason for it when you can substitute challenge in other ways. That's something that's always kind of driven me nuts about a lot of RPG systems is the accuracy that's just a roll of a dice behind the scenes. It's kind of frustrating when you're trying to do a tactical thing.
Yeah.
But, that is life.
But sometimes, sometimes accuracy could be a thing of tactics.
Mechanicus.
Yeah, but this is Mechanicus.
This is robots. Or people who want to be robots.
and they're perfect.
Yeah. listener, check out. You're going to hear the soundtrack, but at least a bit of it. But check out as much sound as you can find online for this game if you want a taste of it. This is a game that sounds really good, which actually in some way kind of does connect with our game of the month.
Hell yeah.
That was how I justified it. But the soundtrack is incredible. It's got this deep, foreboding, gothic, synth techno vibe. It's organ music you'd hear in a church from hell that's made out of Martian mechanical madness. It's incredible.
Oh, hell yeah.
I love this soundtrack. It's really good. It's been universally praised. Another thing I really like about just sound wise, you play as Mechanicus, who are the most technologically advanced, I guess you could call them players, human characters in the Warhammer 40,000 universe, but they worship technology.
Are they more advanced than the robots?
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
You are fighting beings of literally millions of years of civilization behind them who have learned how to capture star-eating god monsters in Pokeballs. So that's what you're fighting. You're fighting an awakening presence of Necrons, who are these ascended robotic deities, and you are exploring to plunder the technology you can find from them while always claiming that it was yours to have and know in the first place.
Because, yeah, I love the Brotherhood of Steel.
Yeah, it's like that, but so much more hardcore.
Not a bunch of nerds, actually cool people.
It's a really...
They're not afraid to use the technology.
They're horrible, but they're interesting, and that's Warhammer.
That's Chinatown.
You're going to love it. The combat's fun.
I hate Faden.
I will say one other thing I love about Mechanicus without giving away too much about the story or anything like that. It's for you to explore. You equip things, and you see them on your little guys.
Whee!
And every new thing you equip is a new little thing on the guy.
I love it when the guys have things.
Oh, you can attach so many things to your guys, and you can have so many guys. And you level them up, and you get new things based on how you level them up, so they look different.
Do they get better and better?
They get better and better.
That's so good. That's
like
really
every
good.
RPG. But it really is a lot of fun. And you choose kind of the missions you want to focus on. You get like 8 different quest givers basically at your home base, and you choose which you can just choose a couple guys to just do their quests and awaken the shit out of this planet. And
a living planet, it sounds like.
Well, it's full of living robots, a tomb world that is awakening. And you have just so much time to plunder their knowledge before you have to exterminate the whole planet.
Wait, Tomb World or Toon World? Like Pegasus from Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh, okay.
Buh, with a buh.
Dale's giving me bad eyes.
A B for bots.
Bad eyes.
Yeah. Anyway, it's cool. I recommend it. Go play it.
Is so good Warhammer story? Is it?
Sort
of story?
I mean, it's a very simple story, but the characters play it very well. The dialogue's wonderful. So, like, the robots you're fighting against speak in English.
Okay.
None of your player characters speak in English.
Oh.
Their dialogue is speaking in this crazy
amazing
electromechanicus gibberish, making them seem even more terrifying and inhuman than the monsters you're fighting.
Yeah,
wonderful
perfect.
touch. Very Warhammer.
That's Warhammer, baby.
Can you fuck the toaster?
What?
I'll let you find out.
No, wait, hold up. Stop. What? Dale, explain.
This is a meme you need to explore. It is a Warhammer Mechanicus specific meme that they love to fuck toasters.
Adeptus Mechanicus. They're obsessed with old world technology. Mm-hmm. And the toaster gives you a good zap, I guess. I don't know.
The toaster got that good zap on lock.
The flesh is weak. So
the flesh is weak, and the toaster
we can replace
is
all kinds of things with more
supple.
fun, more efficient bits.
Yeah.
Amazing. Okay.
There you go.
Well,
what'd you play?
Come on, Faden, lay it on us.
Come on.
I broke out maths.
No.
Boo.
Boo.
Yeah, I know.
So we played Paradise Killer this month.
I played the Banished Vault. speaking of monasteries, the Banished Vault is a game where you have this monastery vault, like generation ship that explores space and colonizes different star systems.
Okay.
And this specific vault, the Aguirre Vault, found something called the Gloom that decimated all the colonists, and 4 survivors got on that vault and got the fuck out of there. The goal is to explore systems and make these things called a scriptorum to chronicle your story of the Gloom and transmit it back to the people of your like species.
And that sounds way better than math.
Well, okay. So here's the thing. The gameplay is
some strange, like, thematic parallels with the game I played.
Yeah, exactly. Very Warhammer kind of feel. I love the look of the game is like this very minimalistic and stark colors. The vault has a golden bottom and this like black and gray like monastic city. It's like a monastery, but what if a monastery was a giant colony ship? Kind of just floating through space.
That you're describing Warhammer, right?
Yeah, exactly. And all your exiles that you have, they have a certain amount of faith. And if they have no more faith, they don't want to do anything anymore. They just can't. They don't believe in this. Why are we doing this? Yeah. You have to explore system, get enough stasis pods, too, to go to the next system, because the stasis pods help your exiles hibernate through the travel of deep space. Every time you enter a system, though, you have a certain amount of turns before you have to leave, before the Gloom destroys everything in the system. But what I like about it is when you hit turn 0, it's like, all right, the Gloom's taking over. And then it takes one system closest to the sun, then the next, until it gets to the vault. And the way to describe it is almost it's like a board game. You have these like tracks for your tracks to planets, like these just lines. It's like a line on a graph that goes all the way down to the sun. And sometimes the system will have one like horizontal line on the x-axis to to explore different planets that could be on there. Now, each point on the graph has a certain energy cost that you need for your fuel, for your ships to travel. Now, fuel is determined by fuel efficiency of your engines.
Of course.
Which is a multiplier for the fuel. But it also reduces by a certain percentage every time you add more fuel, because your engines get less effective the more you're like adding fuel to it.
Right.
So you have to do this balancing act
Yeah.
of managing numbers. The numbers of your resources, how far you can travel. Do I have enough iron to build a silica mine in order to mine silica to combine with methane to make the elixirs to give my exiles faith?
My brain just exploded.
This is a game for everyone. Who couldn't get
This
into
is not
this?
a game. This is a game. This is a game where I got an achievement for leaving
What is this?
the first system, and only 10% of the players have achieved this.
Whoa.
That's steep learning
Breaking
curve.
ground.
It's not. Oh man, yeah, I guess it's a steep learning curve. I love it. I love playing it. It's a fun game to play on my work breaks. On my Steam Deck, I just pop it out my Steam Deck and maybe play a few turns, maybe get a system done.
Whip out the old deck.
And yeah, the thing, like, I've talked to other people about this game where people keep journals on what resources they have, where they're at, because you can easily. I've forgotten one of my exiles on a planet. I thought they were on the ship. I got everyone to the ships, and I went, wait, where the fuck is Balthazar? Where the fuck is Balthazar? And I found him on a planet, and I was like, well, I guess the Gloom's gonna take this man because I don't have enough turns to get back there. Especially the y-axis towards the sun has a lot of turn stops, so your ships spend time trying to travel to a new branch of like planets.
Right.
And it just, you have to balance how many turns you have. How much water are you producing to make fuel? How much stasis pods you have to go into the next system? Are you collecting artifacts to learn new knowledge, to learn new recipes in order to make new stuff or have certain abilities for your characters? It's just a constant balancing act of all these different factors.
You know, all I can think is fun. Wow.
It is so grim and just, it really brings the conceptual horror of space as a logistics nightmare to the front of this game, because space is a logistic nightmare.
Yeah.
This is why it's hard to travel in space. And also, meanwhile, you have this abstract, eldritchy horror thing called the Gloom consuming everything in its path, chasing after your ass.
Ugh.
Oh, it's so good. And the sun starts turning purple the more turns you go on because the Gloom's taking over, and then it like explodes and the sun disappears and it starts taking systems.
Whoa.
But it doesn't have like animations for explosions and stuff. Things just disappear on the map. You're like, oh.
Maminas.
Yeah, this is not a game for everyone.
This is a game for at least one person.
Mm-hmm. I recently beat it on Intense, the hardest difficulty.
Intense.
Wow.
I tried to do it without any starting resources barely, and I almost won, but I didn't look ahead to what the next system had, and I couldn't access certain resources, so I ran out of fuel and just was stuck.
Sounds like the kind of game I would crash and
As in
burn
life.
playing very quickly and then instantly give up on and never return to.
I think it's one of the coolest games I've played ever. It whips. I love it so much. I want to keep playing it. I want to do another turn. I want to hear the like weird kind of like chime of a bell every time you like end a turn. It's very ominous and monastic. The sound design is also really cool. Banished Vault. Perfect game. Perfectly. People don't like it a lot. That's another thing I see. I've seen Steam.
That sounds right for Faden.
I see.
Perfect game. People don't like it.
I saw some Steam reviews really complaining. It's like it's just numbers and expects you to know everything. I'm like, yeah, that's the point. I haven't needed to keep flowcharts, but I know people who kept flowcharts for resource management and stuff. I think I have a special ability to keep all these things in my head. Not important things are in my head, but I'm thinking about how much titanium do I have? Can I build an orbital structure? Yeah, I can build an orbital structure. That sounds fun. So yeah,
I'm very lost.
Mesmerized.
I don't know how to explain this game because it's so technical. It is very detail oriented. And if you love math, this is a perfect math game. If you like space,
There are people that like math.
there are people who like maths.
I need
You
to
know
remember that sometimes.
I'm going to do this.
Dale is showing me a picture of a gun threatening me.
The gun.
The
The
gun.
gun.
Should we
For the trial.
talk about it?
For the
Should
crime
somebody pitch
to
it?
end all crime.
Should we talk about Paradise Killer?
You never saw me like you heard me on the radio. Did it hurt to hear me doing well? The cuts we left each other, well, some wounds they never heal. But I shed my skin for a new shell. I'm never gonna give it back to you. The lies we lived, give it back to you. They gave me strength. I'm never gonna give it up for you. My eyes turn red. Give it up for you. Hey, until not shed. And now you're gone, and now I'm drawn into the way things used to be. Nothing, leaving, sharpening my blade.
Can we please?
And should we start with an elevator pitch?
That's the best game I played this month.
Who would like to do the elevator pitch this time? Our 30-second pitch to pitch the game as if it's we're in an elevator with someone.
Me.
Uncle, I don't need to go to my calculator. Why'd I go to my calculator instead of my timer?
You can hit
That
30.
way you can,
and
yeah,
then
you can hit
equals,
plus and
equals,
plus
equals,
and plus
equals.
and plus and go.
You have 30 seconds on the clock to pitch the game Paradise Killer. 3, 2, 1, go.
Do you want to vibe, baby? Do you want to check out paradise? Do you want to see heaven? But really, it's hell because the gods are coming for us and we're asking them to. But oh no, the party's over because paradise is done. And there was a murder, and the people who were in charge, they're all dead, and we have to figure it out. You're the one who has to solve it all, and it's so hot. Is that 30 seconds? Because I don't need any more time.
That's a good pitch for this game.
I'm in.
Yeah, we played Paradise
All
Killer
in.
by Kaizen Gameworks. Came out in September of 2020. I played this game upon release and absolutely loved it. And I decided to make you two fully experience it.
I played this game shortly after release and tried to collect all of the blood crystals without knowing at all what I was doing and got lost. And there are too many games, and swiftly I lost track of it and never touched it again until now, finally fully experiencing it. And it's good.
It's a good sound because it's a good game.
Yeah?
I think it's a good game. It's the least for me of the three of us in all ways. And I enjoyed it the least of the three of us, and I can't deny this is a great game.
Yeah.
And I was informed it was maybe 2 people.
Basically.
Basically.
There's a lot more.
And everyone else who was involved, thank you for what you did.
Yeah, but but the main team was 2 people at the start.
Incredible. I mean, this game's got vibes, and they're not really my vibes, but they've got this game's got vibes. And it's pretty, and it sounds neat.
Yeah, this game unlocks a very specific, one of my earliest memories of all of my life sort of thing. I remember being in Florida, probably a Disneyland thing or something, being about 3 years old, and just remembering this like golden fountain at night that had kind of like a neon pink like in the water, and just the fountain just kind of going, and just being mesmerized by that as a kid, going, ooh, that fountain's cool. And this is Paradise Killer. That's that vibe. Just
there are cool fountains
There's
everywhere,
cool
and you can
fountains.
look at them, and the music is just great wherever you go. There are no skips on this soundtrack. Every single song is enjoyable, is jammable, is just
It blends so well with the last song and the next song. You can't listen to these songs in an order that doesn't work.
Yeah.
Yep.
But that's vaporwave.
This is vaporwave's early '90s Miami aesthetic.
Yes.
Especially with the computer that you get.
What a vision for hell. I love it.
Yeah.
I really love that aesthetic feature of this game.
Yeah, and all in a weird setting of this is a island in a pocket reality created by this syndicate of people who are trying to resurrect gods that were killed by humans.
Yep. In real Earth.
In real Earth.
And they're going to bring as many real people from real Earth to this pocket dimension to sacrifice for fun? To end the world and begin a new one?
To harness their psychic energy in order to try to resurrect some gods.
And they haven't done it yet.
They got one.
They helped him escape, right? Yep. Yeah, so they didn't even resurrect him.
Not really.
Yeah. So they haven't done it yet. And what island is this from?
Number 24.
24.
Into 25, which is there.
Perfect 25.
Perfect 25.
Oh, can't forget that.
Yeah, and this is, so the general thrust of the plot, I guess we should say, there's this syndicate council who are the leaders. They get murdered right before everyone's about to go to the next island, to the new reality, to the dubbed Perfect 25, which fucking sick name. I love See You in a Perfect 25. It's great.
And so who better to bring into the murder investigation than the investigation freak who has been in exile in just the what do they call it?
The exiled lands.
The exiled lands.
For 3 million days.
Million days. Poor Lady Love Dies has been all on her own, but not no more. She comes back with a roar and into the space, and all in your face, she gets onto the stage with a rage. It is so good. This game is just...
She's so good.
This game drips style. This game drips, bleeds.
It does a lot with a little.
Style.
Considering how little is animated, this game does a lot with a little.
It's a 3D space, but all the characters you meet are these 2D flat, like, paper constructions, it looks like. Yep. And they turn with you, so they're framed always perfectly. Which
in a single pose that they might change in reaction to something you say.
Right.
Sometimes,
for a moment.
During conversation.
Yeah.
Yep. I love how weird this place is.
This game and this setting.
And your character never stops saying that either.
It's all...
This place is weird.
That's weird.
That's weird.
Nani the hell?
Nani the hell?
She has some weird lines sometimes that I do question. I'm like, why does she say Nani the hell? But then sometimes she does say, what the hell?
Because this is the Syndicate, baby.
This is the Syndicate, baby. You want to talk about a collection of freaks.
Yeah.
It's these motherfuckers.
Yeah, wild and untamed immortal people because they're in the syndicate.
Thank God for the silent goat, giving them the power of immortality.
Immortality and the Paradise Island system, or whatever.
Right,
it's called,
the power to make reality, and then they also made the reality folding drive, a giant nuclear facility, basically.
Facility, yeah.
Thank you, goat.
Thank you, goat.
The real goat of this game.
The silent goat.
The gods are really excellent.
I know. Does anyone have a favorite god?
Let me review them.
Oh, man.
I think... I love the statues for Damned Harmony. Just tentacle monster face.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Okay, that might be one of my favorites.
Oh, yeah. Destroyed Eden. This is my favorite. A huge centaur god that roamed space. He made a crown of asteroid and filled their caves with harems of fanged men he encountered on a dying planet.
Yeah, let's bring him back.
That's
the Syndicate.
The Syndicate.
Yeah, let's bring him back.
Yeah.
Is he dead, though? Or is
They're
he still
all
out
dead.
There?
They're all dead.
All the gods are dead?
Yes, because of the great betrayal when the humans rose up against the gods and killed them or exiled them. I guess they're not all dead, but a lot of them are dead.
That's in the case file at the very, very, very beginning.
Well, did you ever get the conversations about the... I can't remember the name of the pyramid, but there's this temple, this labyrinthine temple that drives people to insanity.
Oh.
And that's where all the humans were. And that's when they broke... This is what I also love about the lore. It's kind of there. It's also very vague, and it leaves a lot of things to be imagined. It's a very good concept of draw maps, but leave plenty of blank spaces.
Leave plenty of blank spaces, yeah.
Yeah.
Extrapolate.
I love... One of my favorite touches, every single character has a certain god sign. And so when Lady Loveeye says bye to them, she says something different to every single character based on what god they worship.
Yeah.
Like the witness to the end, she says, may you fly with Destroyed Eden or something like that.
I did not recognize that.
Yeah. Everyone says, and may you see the moon.
Yes.
Because her thing was she was born under the moon or moon god or something. It rules. It's filled with so many
So
details.
much with so little.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the general gameplay. Paradise Killer. What do you do?
You walk around to find foot baths.
You walk around and find foot baths.
Yeah, you do. And then little red rocks, little blood crystals.
You jump and you jump and you double jump.
You don't like that part,
and
Uncle?
you go whooshoo. You air dash. You go whooshoo.
So Uncle's problem with this is once again, Uncle. The way I play games, I see all these little things I gotta collect, and as soon as I get the foot bath, which, by the way, players, if you're gonna play this game, pay for the foot baths. Find the foot baths. All
get 15 blood crystals.
There's foot baths.
And
there's
very
three,
close proximity
not
to the
two,
Syndicate headquarters.
not two. Find all three before you find all but one collectibles in the game. The one you need the third foot bath for. I realize, I can't get this. There must be a mechanic. Oh, there was a third foot bath. There's a speed shift thing I can do that I didn't know I could do.
You didn't get the air dash?
I collected every item and thing in the game without the air dash.
Wow.
Except for one that I found.
Red badges? Do the red badges?
Yes.
Whoa.
You can fall from a lot of places to get a lot of things.
The red badges in the Syndicate Plaza.
I got everything but the last skin on top of the ziggurat.
Oh,
you can get everything but the last skin on top of the ziggurat without the air dash.
Oof.
Yep.
Oof.
Anyway, so my problem. But that, honestly, it was I couldn't let myself actually engage with a lot of the converse. I did not do a lot of talking in this game.
Until you collected everything?
Until I collected basically everything.
Same.
And it kind of ruined a lot of it for me, I think, because I was so inundated with evidence that every conversation I had
was long.
Yeah, it was long, and my character's like, actually, yeah, the whole time.
Honestly, that kind of almost works for me mentally, canonically, because they keep calling her an investigation freak, and I imagine she just investigates in the weirdest fucking ways possible.
Yep.
And this is one of it.
You gotta know the scene before she talks to the freaks, other freaks, the real freaks.
And like, it probably is actually good to kind of do a mix of, I'm near a character, go talk to the character, all right, I'm going out. That's probably the way you should do it. But
No, just run around and get it all. Get everything.
That's what I
Discover
did.
the secret places.
Yeah.
I basically collected all items before I talked to a single soul. So they just saw me running around the island, just picking up shit, going, when is she gonna talk to us?
But in your head, that kind of works too, because then they're sweating. Like we should be done. This is supposed to be easy and done with for several reasons. Most of them expect this should be done with quickly. And you taking your sweet time.
Listening to great music.
Yeah,
that was the other reason.
Just
I have to
vibing.
get everything so I can have all the songs, so I don't have to hear the same songs again and again.
I prioritized helping the ghosts because these poor fucking citizens.
Yeah. Feel bad for them.
Yeah, you're brought here
It's rough out there.
to ritually pray until
every day
until you die.
Yep.
And your death will be bloody and horrible, and you'll probably turn into a ghost. And there might be demons.
Or vampires?
Or vampires.
Question mark?
What? Yeah, there are vampires, I guess.
Yeah.
Or you might turn into a fish. No, actually, no, that's a demon that turns into a fish.
I love that fish
yeah,
guy.
I do like the fish. There are
Just
ghosts.
give me
you can talk to
knowledge.
them.
Hey.
Show me a domino game.
Yes.
Yeah. I've heard of this thing called Domino. Show me Domino.
Oh, and what would paradise be without refreshing beverages?
I love the
Have a tasty treat. A tasty drink from the vending machine.
I love the vending machines. They're so painfully 90s.
Yeah. In aesthetic, like in the shape of the bottles and the cans.
The sound when you press the buttons,
Yeah.
like it just it's so good.
And you collect these things to upgrade your computer?
Yep.
The more you drink, the better your computer gets.
I love the Starlight being a thing that also is kind of
Starlight's your computer.
yeah. It also kind of has a weird, almost like personality to itself too, where it will respond to people making a claim, and then Starlight will be, no, this is wrong.
Yeah.
Just
Semi-sentient
thank you.
friend. Yeah.
thank you. Or I sense they're trying to break into my systems. I'm just gonna copy the music file and then delete the AI.
That's a good
It's
one.
good.
Yeah, rogue AIs try to attack you, and you get free music from it.
Yep, that's from the B sides. That's DLC
Yeah,
added
nice.
later in the game.
Glad I got it.
Yeah, because it's jamming tunes.
It's jamming tunes.
This game is so
Also,
good.
a game has a B side. What game has a B side of music that's mostly not in the game?
There's probably more than
There's probably more than
Yeah, we're
there's
not-
obviously other games that do this, but it's not often.
Yeah.
You don't know them.
It shows
Prove
big effort and big dedication to the style from the sound design team.
Did anyone have a favorite skin for their laptop? I love changing up the skins where you can have a different laptop background. No, that's fine.
Skins ain't for me.
I really
There was a moon. That was cool. I like moon.
Crimson Acid.
Crimson Acid.
Crimson Acid.
Crimson
Crimson
Acid's the hot
Acid
goat
being
lady.
The goat lady?
hot. Yeah.
Yeah, she had big old boobies.
She had big
She
old
did.
boobies.
And
I also like
horns.
there's like the album cover where Lady Love Dies is listening to some music
I think that's the one I picked.
and lounging
Yeah.
on the chair. That one's really good too.
yeah.
Everyone's hot.
Everyone's
They made a
hot.
skeleton hot.
They made a skeleton hot. Red hot.
Red hot. Favorite character? Favorite hot character?
Favorite hot character.
I gotta look at the name.
I
'Cause
do
I always say it wrong.
Carmelina?
No. The dude who you meet in the underground bunker, Dynanagate.
Dynagate.
Dynanagate.
Dynanagate.
It's Dynanagate.
It's Dynagate.
It's Dynanagate.
Okay.
And
Wait, you think he's the hottest?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
do.
that's fair.
Absolutely.
Dynanagate.
Dynagate. When you told me you just need to say dying on a gate fast,
Yeah,
I was like, oh
dying
yeah,
on a gate.
that's right. That's
That's
like,
how Starlight says it. Dying
like-
on a gate.
That's who I pick.
I think
Fuck the syndicate. I'm honestly too demi. Like, if I don't like a person, I can't find them hot, even if they're like objectively physically attractive.
I get that. That's why.
Fuck them all. That's honestly.
That's
how
why I like Crimson Acid. Actually, that's why I think Crimson Acid's the hottest because she's kind of the coolest.
She's pretty cool.
Like she,
Secrets. What could it be?
yeah, she's information broker.
Secrets. They're not for free.
Clearly a criminal, but also the cool one.
Yeah.
She's got horns.
She got horns.
She's got horns.
Yeah, that's what I like.
Yeah, the horns are good. I love the goat imagery. I love the cosmos imagery. Doing the hacking. How do you feel about the hacking?
Hacking is so much fun.
Hate it.
Oh, I thought hacking
Boring
was
puzzles.
so cool.
Boring.
The
Sorry,
worship,
not
the
for
worship
me.
one got really difficult, and I thought it was interesting. I couldn't remember how to do the one with the arms up every time, but then I figured it out. And
I like them
it's
aesthetically. I
fun.
don't think they're hard.
No, they're not
they're really
hard.
easy.
That was so boring and annoying. I was like, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this?
The
Just let me
game.
through.
There are moments in the game where they have a little fun and make comments like, "Oh, do you think this is padding? Oh, what? You don't like this? You don't like having to click install on your upgrades for Starlight?"
That was funny.
pretty
Yeah. Some people would think this is obtuse. Too bad. It's
Too
basically
bad.
what the game says.
Too bad. You've got to do something.
It's
You know
fun.
what? Crying
this game
Grudge
knows
is the hottest.
Crying Grudge. Get out.
No.
I love a sad boy.
I also love Henry Division.
Henry Division.
Pretty hot.
Rules.
So
Pretty
I
hot.
love it.
Pose.
Yeah, his BDSM arms above his arms. Head
Always.
pose.
One last kiss.
One last
Oh.
kiss.
Fuck you. That's his every line.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Henry says fuck you to everything
Yeah.
you say.
I love just, hey, where was Dr. Doom Jazz last night? How the fuck would I
How
know?
the fuck would I know? So good.
It's like,
Yeah.
why are you asking me this?
Speaking of Dr. Doom Jazz, Robot Arms Himbo. Love that guy.
Yeah, that's your type right there, Dale.
Yeah, he's pretty,
You can fuck him, but he's my least favorite.
I think he is a nerd, and I want to push him over.
big nerd.
I think he's...
I'd cuddle with Dr. Doom Jazz.
I would, he would be a good cuddler, I think. But also, I'd be afraid he would get obsessed with me. Like, he has the
Yeah.
vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he really
Because
hits
he
on you
becomes
hard.
obsessed with somebody else.
Yep. He becomes obsessed with somebody else, and then becomes obsessed with you again. God. How? I have a question.
We have a loose structure. What's your question, though?
My question is, how do we all feel about the greatest character in the game?
Oh, boy. I think Shinji's pretty good.
Shinji's kind of amazing.
Shinji's pretty good. As a demon, yes.
Shinji is a demon entity that is invading at the very last second of 24 as it's fading and dying. And Shinji got in because he could, but it took a lot of energy, and he's really weak, and
he's just
flipping
trapped.
you off, and he's
Yeah.
naked.
He's about
and
to die.
About to die.
Yep.
So he's just... You can find him in places, and he says stuff, and he kind of has a little bit of a crush on Love Dies, I think.
No, he
And-
doesn't. He doesn't have a crush on. He hates every syndicate
everyone.
member.
Yeah. He hates
He
everyone.
thinks she's the coolest, but like that's like saying I think Kamala Harris is the coolest.
He likes
out
her
of the
because
Biden
she's the
administration.
exile.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's the exile of the assholes.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, these assholes pushed her out for no good reason.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I swear there's at least one moment where he tries to flirt with her.
Maybe. There were a lot of conversations.
But I
you
guess
get to
that's-
talk to
that's
Shinji
flirting
a lot
with
of times.
it doesn't necessarily mean crushing on.
You talk to Shinji more than anybody else.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Shinji's
yeah.
just all over the map. You can hear him by his hyena laugh, which I love so much. I like he
good.
has like a prion disease like head. He has like a very like
Crystal.
he has a crystallized head. He looks like a bug guy.
He's flipping double birds.
Giving you the double birds. There's a smiley face over his junk.
He pisses everywhere.
He pisses everywhere at the end of the game. So you can't do all the mechanic stuff and find out the mysteries if you don't do all the trial stuff. Oh, did you not get that, Uncle?
No, what?
Yeah, if you explore the island after you finish the trial,
Yeah.
Shinji will be there and be like, oh yeah, I fucked up this council. It was real fun.
No,
So you couldn't like do the things afterwards and get more evidence.
Oh, I had no interest in playing the game after the trial. I did. Sorry.
No, hey, I get it. You're done with the game. You don't want to go through all the world again and talk to Shinji more. That's your prerogative.
I didn't even know you could.
Yeah, exactly.
That's funny.
It's so good. I love every conversation. I love how much Shinji's like, hey, you all like fucking evil, right? Like the worst, the literal worst people in
He's a
existence.
voice that I'm glad is there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also
The
very.
syndicate sucks.
The syndicate sucks.
He's also very anti-capitalist too. He has a lot of anti-capitalist lines. Like, yeah, that sounds like a fuck system you're holding up.
Yep.
Love Shinji.
You want to talk characters, or do you want to talk?
Do we want to talk about the trial, and we can kind of branch out from there?
I like it. It.
I think
the penultimate moment of the game.
Yeah, I mean, you could start it right away. I beat the game in less than 10 minutes. I got an achievement for that.
I don't think penultimate. That's before the ultimate.
Yeah.
Which is the shooting.
The climax.
The climax.
This game loves climaxes.
This game loves climaxing. So anyway, the trial.
Dale, I think because I've had conversations with Uncle, I think you should say, what conclusion did you came to? Who killed Paradise?
Carmelina killed Paradise. Or you mean like who took the blades?
Just more in general, like what happened?
What
How
happened?
did the syndicate die? What's the as you mentioned, conspiracy?
The grand conspiracy of this Paradise killer is led by the architect Carmelina Silence. Carmelina Silence is the architect who has designed these iterations of the island with her father, who initially was the leader, ran into some trouble with a god, did some bad stuff. The Syndicate exiled him, says that now no one in the Silence family can ever serve on the Syndicate Council. But you can keep doing the architecture stuff and having, building.
You can still make the islands for us,
still
please.
make the islands for us. Pretty pleased with
They're
sugar
the only
on
ones
top.
who can. The Silence family is the only one who can make the islands. Which I think is an interesting little wrinkle, especially if you think about Carmelina Silence dying. Yeah. You better hope Perfect 25 is fucking perfect now.
So
Because the only verdict is death, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody else too.
Yep.
Yeah.
well, so anyway,
there's not going to be a 26.
10 years.
Unless the dog can do it.
The dog can do it.
Carmelina has a dog.
Carmelina has a pissed off fucking
That
dog.
dog's so good. I took a screenshot of the dog angry because it's really nice, and I want to make it someone's contact photo. I think I'm going to make it maybe Faden's contact photo. We'll see. So Carmelina Silence. I want to say Shadow. I don't know why. Carmelina Shadow.
Carmelina Shadow.
She's so mean.
She's mean.
I
She's
feel like
angry.
she's the meanest.
Condescending.
No, Yuri is.
Yuri's definitely.
No, you're right. You're right. Yeah.
So, 10 years ago, good idea you brought up Yuri, because 10 years ago, Carmelina recruited Yuri, who is a really tall, really
Secretary.
hot secretary.
He's not hot.
He's
not
physically
hot. He's physically cut,
chiseled.
but he's not
cut.
hot because he fucking sucks.
He does suck.
He didn't even get it through gains. Like, God gave it to him.
God gave it to him. That's true. He cheated his way.
What, deceived beauty?
Deceived his way.
No, not
He
deceived.
was
the blue
deceived
one.
by Earth.
Enchanted Blue.
Enchanted Blue.
Great. God names so good. Like
pretty
Blood
good.
Dancer, Destroyed Eden, Damned Harmony,
Solid.
Crying Grudge.
So Yuri takes some books on demonology and summoning gods out of the Syndicate library and gives them to Henry Division, an
Also great
seemingly
name.
unsuspecting citizen of Sacrifice Alley or wherever it is
Just a
these poor
citizen.
citizens live. So Henry goes crazy, summons a demon, has a great time doing it. I'm sure he loves it. Henry's the kind of guy that seems like he would have fun doing that. But of course, things go wrong. There's a conspiracy afoot. Grace, Night, Shadow.
Grace Bloodlines.
Grace Bloodlines is
I see the name stuck with you.
is murdered by Henry Division, it seems. Or
Strangled.
Is there a conspiracy afoot?
Becomes a unique ghost.
She becomes one last kiss and also tries to
Great
help.
fucking name.
Tries to help out and figure out help
Kind of
Lady
tries
Love
to
Dies
help.
figure out what's going on.
Leads you
Tells
like
you like 6 times, but I'm not gonna tell you that.
Yeah, that
because
does
that
suck.
would be the fun.
yeah,
This
very
is
much
an
like
investigation. I'm asking you questions.
very much a restless spirit who's like, I can't give you the answers because my spirit won't be at rest
Yeah.
anymore. Someone has to know the truth.
Okay.
And then
So Henry
so
Davison
Henry did it.
I don't think Henry did it. I wasn't able to prove who did it.
But
Wait,
what
you
happened?
don't. Well, yeah, what happened?
Well, what
So
happened?
we established in your thing, Henry. Or maybe someone else killed
Or
Gray's
maybe someone
bloodline,
else
but
killed
you didn't
Gray's-
figure out who.
I didn't figure out who.
So, but Henry Davis,
Henry
demon, gets imprisoned.
gets imprisoned, and then 10 years go forward, and
Henry's the accused suspect of the crime. Everyone's like, Henry did it. Henry was the one that was found with all the council's blood in his belly,
Right.
which is a wild description. They never say, like, oh, he drank the blood or ate the blood. It's like they found it in his stomach,
in his stomach.
which is, I love that.
He doesn't remember anything, which is
Not
normal
at all.
with demonic possession.
Yep.
He's
but-
on these just intense inhibitors, demonic prevention drugs, too.
But for some odd reason, they stopped working.
Yeah.
So says Chief Marshal Akiko 14.
Grand Marshal.
Grand Marshal.
Which, another great name. I
Yeah.
love that 14.
The 14, yeah.
It's so good.
Never explained.
Never- doesn't need to
yeah,
be.
Yeah.
Grand Marshal Akiko 14.
Yeah.
There's so much conspiracy afoot here. I just lost track. So the Henry division angle is that he was created 10 years ago as an easily reusable suspect, recruited by Yuri, who was promised a good seat on the council by Carmelina, and Akiko ran some scheme to help transport Henry division to and from the demon chamber to the scene of the crime to help make it look more real. And she also sequestered 2 prisoners to murder, disguised as other marshals, to make it look yet again more real. And then there's this is the Carmelina conspiracy. Then there's the Diana Gate, who is the son of Carmelina and Ais Kawami.
Yes.
And who is a former syndicate member or council leader?
Member.
Just member, not
I believe
council
died,
member.
right?
Yeah, Ais Kawami died 12 years maybe prior.
Did Ais Kawami commit suicide? Was that? Am I misremembering?
Or is that Kafka Night
I can't remember.
Venge?
What?
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 Kafka Sundial.
I don't think that's a guy. There's a lot of guys. One of my favorite being Madam Complex, obviously.
Madam Complex.
Great fucking name.
Great name. And so Carmelina bred violence in the heart of Diana Gate and said, hey, you got to kill the council. I make these secret passageways that you can go through to get there faster.
I make these
Here's a
these
very sharp
developer
knife.
tunnels. This is the debug room. This is where we test out all the things in an abstract for our game.
Yeah. So here's how you get there and back, and we can make it look real efficient and gross and nasty.
Gross and nasty.
And then that, I think, is kind of the most of the Carmelina silence conspiracy. But wait, there's yet another afoot with the zealot witness, who's like, y'all are slacking on the revenge story where we're building back gods and letting them go godhood all over again. You motherfuckers.
Look upon my pyramids. See how they are barren.
They are barren pyramids, and we got to do something different. So council's got to go. I found this demon and hit it and sedated it and made a really cool remote release thing that I'm going to set free and kill them all. That's my plan. My name's Witness. I have a really cool golden skull. My full name is Witness to the End because when each island ends, I'm the last motherfucker to go. That's how hard I am. I love this shit,
So
dude.
this
I
is-
do it for the love of the game.
They ain't done brought my gods back, so I'm gonna kill them all.
Did you have this as part of the Carmelina silence? Or is this a different...
This is a different
Okay.
conspiracy.
Okay.
In my game, Witnesses was separate. Witness thought, you know what? I don't like it either. I found this demon. It's in my demon secret containment chamber in the Dead Zone, which is where the Henry Division incursion happened. We got it all sealed off. No one's going to suspect a thing. There's a secret passage behind my good buddy Sam's warehouse / bar. So
How do you
so secret.
Yeah, how did Witness get it in? Did you ever figure that out?
No, I never figured that out.
Interesting. So, okay, so we had two things. So who ultimately was the killer? Did you come to that conclusion?
In my trial, the truth that was believed by the judge after the judge said, take us to the island of truth. Let us go on a vacation where we sip on the beverages of justice.
I love it. It's so good. Let's describe the judge real quick. who is a 3-faced woman doing a really sexy pose.
With a couple extra arms and legs.
Yeah, wearing
There
like
are
a
robes
cloak,
intertwined with flesh.
but definitely side
Wires. There's wires.
boobs. Yep.
Wires and side boobs.
Wires and side boobs. She looks great. Someone who gave up her ego to become the embodiment of justice and truth. Which, funny, because she can be swayed to believe anything if you have the right evidence.
Wait, I got another Judge quote.
Oh, yeah? You really
I
have...
wrote down some really good ones.
You wrote down some good Judge quotes. I love...
the dark deduction of dead demon destruction.
the dark destruction of dead demon...
Baby's
something.
first alliteration.
Yeah. yeah. No, the Judge is kind of a fucking loser. I love it.
The judge is really bad at knowing
Yeah.
what's true. Is what I learned by playing around after I finished it the first time.
Yeah, it's amazing. When I did my 10-minute speed run, where I just said, "Yeah, Henry Davison did it," the judge was like, "Hey, did you make a case file for who broke into the fourth seal?" No.
Yeah.
Well, I'm really disappointed about this, but I trust your judgment for everything.
Yeah.
Well, should we go over case files? Because we kind of broad stroked the trial.
I think me and Uncle should share our trial results, which are the exact same.
Yeah.
Did you get the exact same?
Well, I did it twice just to see because I wanted to see if I could do a thing, and I think I could.
I accused the demon of killing the council.
Did you get the demon convicted?
The demon got convicted.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That
That dead demon.
Dead. Yeah.
That demon.
Got a conviction.
So my
Bullet in
result
the head.
was that the demon was definitely there, but it got shot, and it had some blood on it. But Dainanigate made the confession that he killed the council.
He said he killed the council.
He's like, I killed the council. Here's the blood on the knife, and here's my whole life's purpose. I'm dead. And so because he was shot also, I think he had to have been shot. And you meet him after all of this happens. It makes more sense that he was the one who finished the job.
Yep.
Demon starts it. He finishes it. So Dainanigate is how I'm going to say it because it sounds more sense. It makes more sense to me.
Sure, you do you.
Yeah. He did it, and finally, and but what was I going to say? Oh yeah, but how did the demon get in the?
Yeah, that's a good question.
The
to have
Daybreaks.
answered.
The
The
Daybreaks
Daybreaks did
got
it.
the demon in there. They smuggled it in.
Yeah.
They didn't necessarily know that it was a demon.
I don't believe that.
We gotta kill all these motherfuckers.
You don't have evidence that they knew.
I don't. Yeah.
But
knew.
this was the deal. They knew they were killing the council.
Yeah.
That's pretty clear to me.
Damn, Sam and Lydia smuggling in
So
a demon.
you don't have to kill them. You can.
I think I did know this, but I didn't want them convicted, so
Yeah.
I just didn't think about it.
And that's
I was
that's
like,
an
the
ending
evidence
you can
is
choose.
very obvious, but I
Yeah.
don't.
No.
I like
no.
them.
It can't be. That's not true. It's
I like them.
impossible.
Yeah, that's an ending you can choose, and I chose it once to see if I could. Like, okay, can I save the two people that are actually nice to me? Can I save them? Okay, you can, but I don't want to. So I killed them. I killed them all. Fuck them all.
The
Fuck
best
'em
part
all.
about the
Everybody's
trial
guilty.
is that after the trial ends, you can just walk around and kill or exile whoever you
Yeah,
want.
even if you didn't convict them. Yeah.
I
Exactly.
think
The judge gives you absolute immunity.
I think the morally right choice is technically you should kill everyone you can
that
besides
was,
Henry.
Yep, that was.
But I can't bring myself to kill Crimson Acid or Dr. Doomjazz.
Oh no, I killed them all. They're all syndicate. Kill them all.
Yep. Yep. And that's the actual right choice.
Yeah, that's what I chose. But in my alternate, so in my two choices, my one choice was save the Daybreaks and Crimson Acid and
Dr. Doomjazz.
Dr. Stupid
Dr.
Face.
Dr.
Dunkhole.
Stupid Face.
Dr. Stupid Face and Henry. I'm always gonna save Henry.
Yeah, because Henry
Henry's-
didn't do
Henry's
it.
tied for my favorite.
He's so innocent.
Yeah, I love the murderer and I love the guy who was framed for the murder.
The other question, I'm pretty sure Carmelina killed Grace Bloodline.
Yes, because she was also married to
yeah.
Ais Kawami.
Kwame,
Literally
yeah.
No, not the-
strangled
sorry.
her to death.
Not Ais Kawami, to the witness.
Yes, to the witness.
Married to the witness to the end.
Yeah. Okay.
Having an affair of
Why
Ais
couldn't
Kawami.
I couldn't prove that in court.
You can prove it if you find that the corpse. There's a photo you can find that the corpse had a.
I found that photo.
Indent.
If you bring that photo to the doctor,
He will-
he will tell you that could only have been made with somebody who had a wedding ring on their hand.
And if you talk to the witness, he multiple times and
Yes.
hang out with him,
Oh,
he will
hang
eventually
out.
out.
to the witness.
That's a
Okay.
key, friends.
Yes.
If you're gonna play this game, see characters as many times as you can, even if you don't necessarily have something new to say to them, because you will increase your relationship and you'll learn new stuff.
Right, which I also think really works because it's 100% just Lady Love Dies only doing it to get info out of them.
Oh, yeah.
Not actually hanging out with them.
It's manipulation.
Just prying them.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's the freak.
Yep.
The investigation freak.
I love that a lot of people call her that.
Everyone.
Not everyone.
Well, okay.
Not the
Dr.
Daybreaks.
Doomjazz
Not the
doesn't.
daybreaks.
Not the Daybreaks or Crimson Acid.
Yeah.
Not the nice ones.
Not
The
your
nice
friends.
ones.
Not your friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, the Daybreaks were in on the Witness to the End conspiracy.
They are such a cool couple.
Because they want out.
They want
They
out.
want out.
That's
They're
why
done.
in my
They're
happy
ex-assassins.
playthrough,
They got out once.
I let them out. Well, not you don't let them out.
You
but-
don't let them
yeah.
out. You exile them.
Yeah. But
Yeah. There's no
Perfect
getting out.
25.
Perfect
25, here we
25.
come. Woo!
So there are two things that I think adding to this game would change it fundamentally, but make it very fun for me specifically.
Wait, don't we have a question about this?
Yeah, save it for the.
Oh, do we? Okay, I'll save it.
We gotta save that for the question. But do we want to shout out some characters, some things we liked of these character interactions? I love the Witness to the End giving Lady Love Dies a plant and being like, here, take
Here's
care
a
of this plant.
Witness to the End does
It's
that to
hard.
everyone, though.
Yeah, it's very hard. You should do it.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Here's a rare succulent.
Yeah, and like Witness to the End has all these plants around him, and it's really cool. It's like, oh, okay, he like tends to the garden. I like these specific character interactions. Love Bear Chan in the park.
Find the dog, give it treats.
It's just a random thing,
Yep.
Dog treats.
but it's fun.
There's a lot of pickup stuff. You know, you pick up stuff and find a ghost, and the ghost is like, hey, that's my hand. Or you pick up stuff and the ghost is like, that's the ID to my workplace. Now I know my name again. Here's my locker. Go get some blood crystals.
No, that one was a Starlight upgrade. That was a good one.
Oh.
Yeah, that was the Pyramid Starlight upgrade.
Nice.
I like Crying
Go
Grudge,
hack.
who just is tired of everyone's shit and people talking to
Just
him.
laughing about how the conspiracy, like,
Yeah.
oh, you guys are killing each other. Hilarious.
That's very
Yeah.
cool.
Hilarious. Him saying hilarious, period. Great.
Yeah.
It's so good. These gods don't care.
No, they don't.
Oh, what's the one god that has pain in his name? The one that has taken over the moon and the city on the moon that is now a dead city? I can't remember, but that
I
also
can't remember.
ruled.
Yeah.
I love that the moon has this dead city on it that you can sometimes see in the game. You can actually see the city in the game.
This game needs a No Man's Sky style sequel.
It does not. It does not whatsoever. What are you talking about?
Yeah, give us this universe where you can just get in a ship
Oh,
and go.
the islands. Return to the old islands.
I'm so glad the creators of this game is not making another Paradise Killer and they're instead making something completely unrelated.
Have you seen their next game, Uncle?
No,
It's-
I showed you it.
No,
The mascot game?
I don't know things.
Mascot Heaven? What's it called?
It's like mascot.
Mascot Doki Doki Paradise.
No.
Are you sure you showed me that?
Yeah, it was like the mascot game where like the
There's a
Yakuza
toe.
guy is like. I sent you a trailer.
The
for
Yakuza
it.
guy
maybe you
gets
sent it to me, but
exiled
I guess
and
I
then
didn't
he
look
goes-
at it.
and
I
chills
just
out with
ignored
his
it.
fucked
I
up
guess I
mascot.
did. I don't remember this. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's okay. It's like some like ex Yakuza guy's gonna manage like all these like mascots and
They're
build
fucked up little
a
guys.
hotel, and they're all weird. And there's like a truck you can drive around or something.
Hell yeah, it looks so sick. Kaizen Studio, do your thing.
Guys in Game Works, yes. And they added more people. There's a lot more people on their staff
More.
list.
Ooh.
I truly think Paradise Killer is it advertised itself as you have to build your own truth to the case. And do we think that's effective?
No, because in the end you can just fucking kill them anyway.
Which
But-
is your own truth, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I feel like there's a correct answer to this
Yes.
game, and it's like
yes.
if you explore everything, you can't come to a different conclusion.
Kill 'em all.
Well, but I think that's the point of the game that is interesting. I think the execution afterwards is good because the judge says if you find anyone guilty, you can execute them. And it's like,
Yeah.
they're all guilty, yeah.
I think if this, I don't know. It's hard to say what this game needs because it's simple, but
I think it works in the sense that you spend as much time as you want and then you do the trial.
Yeah, so I guess in the fact that it's a build your own truth, I think there is the fact that there is a truth.
Yeah,
kind of squashes that a little bit. That's how I feel.
Yeah, I feel like it does too.
Yeah,
but I also don't know if it matters.
Maybe not.
That's the other thing too. Yeah. That's like I think
because 24 is over anyway.
Yeah.
Perfect 25, baby.
Right, because the game is about
make your choices
about that.
Regardless of the truth. That's the message.
And the game is also about like there's always just going to be a loose end.
Yeah,
there's always just going to be a loose end.
Sure.
Shinji the fucking demon.
God, Shinji's so good.
The Marshall Squad didn't get Shinji.
They can't.
They don't care.
They don't care.
They straight up don't care.
They don't give a shit.
We know
he
about
barely
it.
can manifest himself in this world. He can't do shit. But technically he can. He can break shit, actually.
About that.
So, who knows? Though, I do love he's like, hey, what's up with all the birds flying backwards?
Oh, the crows. Whenever there was dead spooky shit, those crows were scary. They were loud.
Yeah.
I have my windows open in my apartment, so every time I heard them, I thought, wow, this is very realistic audio.
This sounds just really
Where
good.
are the birds? Oh, yeah, the video game.
Should we get into some questions?
Let's do it.
We got a few.
Wrap this paradise in a kill-a-dup bow.
What?
We killed the paradise.
First question comes from Spectre's Socialism. What kind of message do you think Paradise Killer is trying to convey to player? Does it do it well?
Hell is rich people doing whatever the fuck they want because of the aesthetic coolness of it.
Yeah, there's a really... Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
because it's cool. It's cool to bring back the gods.
It's cool to bring back the gods.
That's why we're doing it. Hell, heaven is Miami.
Heaven is Miami.
Because it's cool.
Yep.
Like, that's hell.
Yeah.
Capitalism is hell.
Yeah, it really has this undergirding of these fucking people who don't care. Literally, at the end of every island, they sacrifice all citizens. They don't even bring them to the next one.
Nope,
they just
get a new crop.
kill them. And then they have literally an abduction unit.
Yeah.
Your Lady Lovedye's ex-husband is the head of the abductions unit.
Yep, is the head.
Yeah,
yes.
Still. For the perfect 25. I do love this the bar interstitial scene.
I was going to say, I feel like that's him. Yeah.
No, it is him.
Yeah, okay.
Because he does mention his wife, Lady Lovedye's.
There you go.
And the other one is Madame Complex.
I'm not going to lie, I clicked through those a lot because I
David
didn't
Lynch
care
shit. I
about
loved
it.
it.
Oh my
They're
god.
so good.
annoying. Noir dialogue is so annoying to me.
It's like David Lynch.
We just watched Sunset Boulevard together.
Okay. It's different. It's different. This kind of like detective noir specifically, like the dialogue where they're
sad drinking,
bantering in bad poetry. Like
I'd like it. They're bad people. They're also
too much
miserable.
talk about whiskey.
Yeah,
that's why
he's a whiskey maker.
Sam didn't do it for me either because
oh my god, Sam was so pretentious.
All this guy talks about is whiskey, and I was like, I like whiskey. I like people that talk about whiskey. This guy talks too much about whiskey.
Too much
about whiskey. I'm done with whiskey.
Too much about whiskey. Pulls out gun, shoots him.
Yeah.
Your crime isn't that you delivered the demon. Your crime is your fucking hobbies, man.
Too much whiskey.
Anyway. I want to make whiskey with literally everything. All right, Sam.
Questions?
The next question comes from Suzor. What kind of VR game would you make? They give examples of, like, let your imagination run wild, which is so funny, followed up by cooking the best grilled cheese sandwich or walking a dog through your favorite park. I'm like,
Very revealing suggestions.
What kind of VR game would you make? Man.
I don't think about VR a lot.
I would love... There has to be, like, a good cruising VR game, right? We have to have this.
Cruising?
Cruising. Like, cruising at a gym.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Take inspiration from a Robert Yang game.
I'm sure there is.
Well, there is a cruising game at a gym where, I can't remember the name of it right now, where you have to, like, in real-world time, know this guy's gym schedule and make sure you're in the showers at the same time as him. And then, like, you build a relationship over weeks of doing that. But I think it would be cool if you can make, in a VR game, play with the eye contact aspect of cruising. Because I think that's important, and that's hard to capture in a game. Look, we need more sex games. We're in a puritanical world led by idiots and dipshits.
You're right.
That's funny, because I was going to say, like, a jerk in the hog.
Good old...
You're just saying VR porn.
Good old VR porn.
Some of the jork it.
Jork it.
I was Warhammer. I don't know.
What in Warhammer?
So so I think a good one that would be really easy would be
not easy. What would be the coolest one?
No, I think easy is necessary for VR. I think it has to work. So in my head, it has to work. This is how it's going to work.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think classic. You go backwards to the old ones. The old Warhammer video games. Space Hulk. You play as a Terminator, a big, bulky, hulking thing in very tight corridors. It's a horror game. It's gene stealers coming at you from random angles. I think that could be fun. I'm sure somebody's already turned the more recent terrible version of that game into a VR version.
Maybe. But like in this version, maybe
a good version would be nice.
Yeah, like,
or any Space Marine simulator shooter could be cool.
And just like you have like the sensation of being like trapped in a helmet.
Yeah. It's very bulky armor in Warhammer. So
that could work.
I feel like the awkward movement inherent to VR would be okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of a real answer still. I'm coming up with like VR toy room, but I'm sure that already exists where you can do like a marble run.
But it's what you would make. So if you would make a toy room, Warhammer painting VR model.
Wow. Yeah, that'd be such an expensive game.
Every model is a separate DLC.
Yeah, would you like blue? Blue is $30.
Blue is $30. To unlock blue paint.
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
This is the contrast paint edition, $60.
No. Like with marble runs or the old wooden toy train sets or
fuck, like that'd be cool.
Yeah.
It's like Clubhouse 50 games, but it's like Clubhouse 50 toys.
Yeah, and you can set the scale so you can build it at like real life scale, and then you can zoom in and be like, now I'm a person at the train, and get on the train and drive the train.
Or you could be the person in the marble.
Or you could be the person in the marble and throw up like instantly.
Just like, oh my god, I'm spinning! I'm spinning!
Yeah, that would be a lot of fun, I think. All right, that has a two-parter. Suzor also asks, in your opinion, what could be added to enhance Paradise Killer?
The lyric tracks from the B-sides and add Staying Forever. I can't remember the name of the main theme of the actual game, but add the lyrical version in the game.
Stay Forever, yeah.
Stay Forever, yeah.
Maybe like smaller trials that you can do before the final trial, like separate crimes that you discover that are completely separate from the conspiracy.
Oh, just like
little things to prepare you.
That's kind of the ghost, right?
I guess. I mean, you don't really render any kind of judgment.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, there's no judge
trial. You don't make accusations.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't know. Maybe that, or I don't know. This game's it's pretty good.
It's pretty like
it's what it needs to be, I think.
Yeah.
When that trial's over, let me go unhinged off the rails. Let me FPS mode shoot Love Dies gun at like dumb little Shinji freaking Doom
Shinji
style.
Demon Horde mode.
Yeah, and then also let me take Lydia's whip out and drive around the island in the freaking cool Matisyahu Industry hover car.
Oh, what did she call it?
Faster fast travel. That's how you make this game better.
That's fair.
Yeah, I was
The fast travel is
Give me
kind
the
of
car.
annoying.
Let me drive
Yeah.
the car.
Yeah.
Oh, get in the car. Sorry, you call the car. You get in the car. You open up the map.
Yeah.
You then select the thing. Then Lydia says, all right, I'll bring it there. And then you get there. Yeah, it is a really interesting fast travel system, but it's also kind
They
of
did it on
cool.
purpose, and it's not for me.
Yeah, exactly. I get that.
Yeah.
Outro time, baby. What's up? What's poppin'? Who's promoting what? Pimp your shit.
What? What?
Listen.
You can ask us questions. You can find me on Twitter at Faden Cross, or you can, if you know me in real life, just message me. Message me questions. You know, friends who are listening to this that are in our Discord server, put questions in there. It is your duty.
Oh, yeah. You can find me on Flashpoint NT. That's Twitter. I'm on Twitter. You can find me at Flashpoint NT.
That's Twitter.
What was I gonna say? Oh, go to your public library, get a library card, go
I like that.
Watch movies.
watch movies.
Don't read
From
books.
your
Watch
pub-
movies.
Don't read books. Books are for nerds. Get movies. The old cinema. It can be found at your library. Watch The Seventh Seal by Inmar Bergman. It is so good. Watch The Holy Mountain by Alejandro
Yeah.
Jodorowsky. It is
What about
uncomfortable.
what
and
about his
weird.
Dune?
It never happened.
What?
No.
What?
You can watch the documentary about it, and it never
I think I'm
happened.
from the reality where it happened because
Yo-
I'm sure that happened.
Jodorowsky created a 14-hour screenplay and said, "This is it, or we don't make it." And so,
And then everyone's like, "Well, of course we're not gonna fucking make this, you
And
moron."
it was weird.
yep.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. You can't find me, but you can spay and neuter your cats and keep them inside. That's my message for you. Cats are inside cats. All cats are.
All cats
I'm
are
sorry.
inside cats.
I'm sorry. Maybe some of you have a productive barn cat that does a good job for your family and your household, but cats belong inside. That's my message.
They're domesticated for a reason, people.
Yeah.
Next month we are playing the Vale, Shadow of the Crown, which I'm very excited for.
I didn't realize.
I can't even see it.
Ha 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 ha. Which, for those who don't know, to explain the joke, because everyone loves a joke explained, this is a game with this is a game with no graphics. This is a game of where you are playing a blind person who is in this fantasy world and doing combat with swords.
Wow.
So, it's gonna rule. I can't wait.
I bought brand new pads for my very good headphones just to play.
And I
Also,
bought
need
really
to
good
fix my
headphones.
real computer.
Until next month, we will see you all later.
Bye-bye.
No buys from Dale. Dale hates you all.
Oh, goodbye, everyone.
Yeah, I'm convinced.
Don't answer suspicious texts.
Good advice.